الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء المرسلين محمد وأهل بيت الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين سيما الإمام المنتظر الحجة الثاني عشر روحي وأرواح العالمين لتراب مقدم الفداء. أما بعد، فقد قال الله سبحانه وتعالى في كتابه المجيد والفرقان الحميد: بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ربي زدني علما. صدق الله العلي العظيم. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Apologies for the delay. I just got slightly caught up in traffic. Now, there was something which I promised but didn't get the chance to send, but I will go through both of them, kana and inna as well. Now, you need to remember that al-huruf al-mushabbah bil-fi'l, I'll go for inna first. There are 6 in total. There are 6 al-huruf al-mushabbah bil-fi'l, which, as you know, that when huruf al-mushabbah bil-fi'l, what do? They enter a nominal sentence, and the mubtada becomes the ism of inna, and the khabar will become the khabar of inna. And the mubtada becomes mansoob as inna Allah. So originally it was Allahu alimun. Allah is all knowing. And when inna comes, it becomes inna Allah alimun. Now, there are 2 types of inna. There's inna with a kasra and anna with a fatha. We'll do this inshallah once we start the Quran reading itself. Then I'll mention to yourselves that when inna comes in the beginning of a sentence and anna normally comes in the middle of a sentence. So middle of a conversation, it will be anna, not inna. So this is one of the rulings. Of course, there are certain other situations where inna comes and anna comes, but normally inna always comes at the beginning of a sentence itself. Now, we're going to go slightly in a bit more detail about what's inna and its sisters. I'm going to ask Sister Zuhra. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Sister Zuhra Verji, how are you?
Alaikum salam. Thank you.
Bismillah. Can you come on the mic? Let's just read some of these bullet points.
Okay, from these are called al-mushabbahatun bil-fi'l. Al-mushabbahatun bil-fi'l, because like al-fi'lul muta'addi, they also govern 2 words.
What does that mean? Fi'l muta'addi. As I'll try to help yourself. Now, fi'l muta'addi in Arabic language, there are 2 types of verbs. There's one type of verb which only requires the doer. For example, dhahaba Zaydun. Zayd went.
Okay.
So dhahaba Zaydun, Zayd went. It completes its meaning with a doer. And fi'l muta'addi is the opposite. When I mean the opposite, what do I mean by that? Do you know?
It means it requires the action done upon.
Exactly. It requires an object as well. So, for example, if I say katabtu, who wrote?
I wrote.
Exactly. Now, the way of knowing whether a verb is lazim is the verb which doesn't require the object. Muta'addi is the verb which requires an object. Now, one of the ways of knowing and distinguishing between the 2, if you put the pronoun who after it, if it gives meaning, then you know it is fi'l muta'addi. But if it does not give meaning, but it doesn't make any sense, then you know it is lazim. For example, if I said dhahaba Zayd.
You're breaking up quite a lot.
Sorry, doctor?
Breaking up quite a lot. I couldn't make out the words.
Let's start again. So there are 2 types of verbs, fi'l lazim and fi'l muta'addi. Now, fi'l muta'addi, it's called a transitive verb. Transitive verb is the one which requires the doer and the object. And fi'l lazim, intransitive verb, it only requires the doer, not the object. Example being dhahaba Zaydun. What's the translation? Zayd?
Zayd went.
And the clue and the tip of knowing whether it's lazim or muta'addi, after the verb dhahaba, you add the pronoun who. Dhahaba who? Zaydun. Zayd went it, or Zayd went him. Does that give any meaning? Is it meaningful?
No.
No, it's not. I'll give you another example. Now, this is lazim, so you know this is lazim. Now, if it is muta'addi, if you add the pronoun, for example, dharabahu Zaydun. So the doer of dharaba is Zayd. Zayd hit it, or Zayd hit him. Does that give meaning?
Yes.
Exactly. So when it's meaningful and it conveys a proper meaning, then you will know that it is fi'l muta'addi. It requires an
Object.
object. Sister Butul Salman, is this clear for you as well? Sister Sakina, Sister Sadiqa Jafar, Sister Zabulisa, Sister Zinat.
Yes, this is clear.
Yes, sir. I understood this transitive and intransitive. We've done 2-3 weeks ago.
Yes, that's right. So this now, what it's trying to say, is trying to say these mushabbatul bifil, these are called al-huruf. Al-huruf means particles. Al-mushabbahatu means resembling. What are they resembling to? To the verb. Because like fi'l muta'addi, they also govern two words. Now, what it means by that, it means that like fi'l muta'addi, a verb which requires a verb, be an object, because the verb is required and the object, it's controlling the.
Chopping up.
Sheikh, it's very choppy.
Okay, let me just give me 1 second. Let me see what I can do. Let me sign out and sign back in. That may help. Give me 1 second. Let me make someone else in control. Give me 1 second. Now,
So Sheikh,
yep.
repeat in the transitive and the intransitive, how we are comparing and whom we are comparing.
So we are comparing the transitive, which is fi'l muta'addi, which is requiring a verb, do an object. We're comparing that with inna itself. We're comparing that fi'l muta'addi, the transitive verb, which requires a verb, a doer, and an object. We're comparing it with inna.
Okay.
The verb itself, inna, is dharaba is being compared with inna. Why? Because fi'l muta'addi requires a doer and an object. And as you know that every doer of a verb is in the nominative case, halatul marfu, gets a dhamma tanween, like dharaba zaydun bakran. So bakran gets a fatha tanween, correct?
Yes.
So this is what it means, that al-huruf al-mushabbahatu lil-fi'l, because like fi'l muta'addi, they also govern two words. That's why they're called those particles which resemble the verb. Number 2, Sister Zorabeji, continue. These
huruf appear before muta'addi and are a khabar, jumlatul ismiya.
No, these huruf appear before a mubtada, not muta'addi.
Before a mubtada and a khabar.
Correct. So they always come in the beginning of a sentence, and we'll change the mubtada and khabar, ism of inna and the khabar of.
Oh, okay. So the inna changes, it governs that.
Exactly. Like inna, because what's happening, let me go to the example again. Allahu alimun. Allah is knowledgeable. That's mubtada and khabar. Now, because inna is coming, inna is controlling the harakat of both of these words, Allah and Alim. That's what it means, that it governs two words. It controls the harakat of two words. Allah becomes mansur because of the ism of inna. Alimun becomes the dhamma tanween because the khabar of
Inna.
inna. And it comes at the beginning of the sentence. Is this clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Right, okay, brilliant.
Yes, yes.
Right, so let's move on. Next one. Can I request Sister Batul Zakir?
Alaikum, Sheikh.
Alaikum
Sorry,
salam.
Sheikh, I will be attending the, and I didn't know, are you not taking the later class, like 9 now?
The only reason why, because we're revising it, but that's the reason
Okay.
why we're together. So that's the
Oh,
reason.
okay. So I didn't know, sorry. So last week I opened at that time and then I realized.
No
Okay.
problem. Bismillah. Now, these are the 6 particles or 5 which resemble inna. So inna, can you go through them first? Inna,
Okay. In inna, certainly, verily, indeed, inna Allaha alimun, verily Allah is all knowing. Number 2, anna, meaning that. A'rifu annal imtihana qaribun, I know that the examination is near.
excellent. Now, so you'll see here, anna is now coming. It's not coming in the middle of the beginning of the sentence, but it's coming in the middle of the sentence. That's the reason why it's with a fatha, anna, not inna. Arifu is the verb. Anna al-imtihana. Al-imtihana is the ism of anna. Qaribun is the khabar of
Khabar of anna.
inna. And then the whole sentence, which is jumlatul ismiya, correct?
Mhm.
Whole sentence of the jumlatul ismiya, it's coming as a speech quote. You know speech quotation?
Yeah, speech marks. Yeah.
Exactly. This comes as a speech quote for what I am knowing. A'rifu, what are you knowing? So the whole sentence with anna al-imtihana qaribun is the object of a'rifu.
It's the object of arif. Okay.
This is something which I haven't done before, but this is gradually I will try to build upon this, that sometimes you can have whole sentences coming as objects for verb. Now, a'rifu, what did you know? This is what you knew.
Mhm.
Okay,
So first
can
they
I
are-
ask a question, please?
Yes.
So you say this is jumla ismiya,
Yes.
even though it starts with a verb.
No. From anna al-imtihana qaribun, this from here.
Okay.
This is jumlatul ismiya, and this jumlatul ismiya, as it is coming, it's situated after a verb. It will be called. This is the object for the verb a'rifu.
Okay.
Sheikh, Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. Yes, this is Zara.
Yeah, I have a question about anna. So there is another particle called an,
Yes,
which is also used as a conjunction.
correct, but that's different.
So this anna will always come after a verb.
So now, no, this anna doesn't always come. No, it can come anywhere. It does. It can come after a pronoun. It can come anywhere. It's not. If this anna with a shadda, remember this point. This anna with a shadda can come after a verb. It can come after a pronoun. Now there is another. Just remember this. I'll do this later. There is another particle which is similar. That is alif and noon. Alif and noon, and on top of the noon, it's got a sakin. It's got sukun on there. So what?
So, yes, arifu is like I know it's a present tense
Correct.
word.
Correct. So there is a, now, as someone has asked the question, Sister Zahra, now there is another particle which comes with only and only with the verbs. That is alif and noon, and on top of the noon there's a sukun. Should you want me to give you examples for that as well?
Yes, please, Sheikh. And also, what's the difference between the two?
Okay, I'll give you the two example. Give me 2 seconds.
So Sheikh, this anna cannot come in the beginning. It always come in the middle of the sentence.
Yes, that's right. Just give me 1 second. Let me show you this example. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm going to actually use this. Rather than go to the Quran, I'm going to use this. This is page number 22. Just give me. So there's another one which is anna, alif and noon, and that comes with the present tense. Now, when it comes with the present tense, it gives them. So, for example, the verb yadribu. What does the yadribu mean, everyone?
He's eating.
He is eating.
Behave.
He is eating. Yeah, the reply.
Now, if you want to say I desire, if you want to say I desire to hit. Now, if you want to say I desire to hit, now in the Arabic language, this is page. Everyone has this book, so I'm going to give you the reference of this book. Page number 111.
Which
Page
book?
the Tasil al-Nahu.
Okay.
Page number 111. Now, I'm just going to answer the question out of Zahra. Now it says, can you see this now? Here, this is Quran.
Hold on, cannot.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
Now this is
Yeah.
a name with a sukoon. Now, if it had a shadda, like anna and inna, that only enter a nominal sentence, a sentence of mubtada and khabar. Now this here, alif and noon and a name with a sukoon, this enters only with a verb. This only comes with a verb, and the meaning it gives is always to. For example, if I want to say, I want to eat. How do you say the present tense verb to eat is akala
There's a lot
yakulu.
of breaks in your speech. You
Okay.
can try and help, please. There's a lot
Okay.
of breaks.
Akala.
How about now, doctor?
Akulu.
So the verb is present tense is akala yakulu, and I am eating is akulu. So what you will do, you add the verb uridu in the beginning, and you bring the verb, and in front of the verb which you want to say he is eating or I am entering, you bring an. Uridu an akula, and the last letter of the verb gets a fatha.
Oh, so it helps to join two verbs.
Yes, it allows to join two verbs, and it gives the meaning of the root word to eat, and it gives the meaning of to
Okay.
eat, to enter, to walk. It gives,
And Sheikh, it would apply the same rule applies. It becomes mansub, the verb after the an.
yes, because
Yeah.
these ones here, I think I did this in book 3 with myself. I can't remember which lesson. I spoke about the present tense. It has 3 states. The present tense either comes, the last letter comes with a dhamma or with a fatha and a sukoon. Now these 4 particles, an, lan, kay, izan, whenever they always come in front of the present tense, and they make the last letter of the singular verb with a fatha. Is that clear?
Yes.
Yes, thank you, Sheikh.
So in Arabic, we call this al-mastariya. Al-mastariya, meaning the particle which gives the meaning of the infinitive. In English, we call it the infinitive. Infinitive meaning the root word, which is like hitting, walking, and that's the infinitive. So you add to eat or to enter. So that's the infinitive. You put ing or to. So normally it's best to put to. I want to enter paradise, or I want to eat. So whenever you want to say I want to do something, you would normally do it in this composition. For example, if you want to say هل أنت تستطيعين أن تتكلمي? So if you want to say are you able to speak, you say هل أنت تستطيعين أن تتكلمي اللغة العربية if you're speaking to a female, and if it's a masculine هل أنت تستطيع أن تتكلم اللغة العربية. So أن تتكلم, the last letter gets a fatha.
Okay.
We'll do this when I want to teach this in this book at the end. I'll go through all of these again with you. But let's continue.
So, Sheikh, the Anna with the Shadda is the sister of Inna, and
Yes.
all the other rulings are applied, but it's not necessary that it comes only after a verb. It can come even after a noun or a pronoun.
Yes, that is right. That's right.
And does that put any emphasis on the sentence with the Shadda? Has that got anything to do?
No, this huruf al-mushabba always comes with a shadda.
Okay.
It comes with a shadda. That's the way it is formed.
Okay.
Right. Okay. Sister Batul, can you finish off effect?
Yes, Sheikh. So number 3.
No, effect. Such a particle.
Such a particle causes the mubtada to be in a state of nasab, which is then known as ism of inna, for ism of inna, and so on, and causes the khabar to be in the state of raf, which is then known as the khabar of inna, or and so on.
Correct. Now continue now. Anna.
So I did 1 or 2, and I'm on 3 now. Yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
So ka'anna, as if, ka'annal bayta jadidun, it is as if the house is new.
Correct. So al-bayta is mansub because it is the ism
Of inna.
Correct.
And jadid is the khabar of inna.
Ism of ka'anna.
Yeah, ka'anna. And jadid is the khabar of inna.
Right.
Okay. Lakinna, but or however. Al-baytu jadidun lakinnal athatha qadimun. The house is new, but the furniture is old. Number 5, later, if only I wish. Later shababa aidun, I wish youth would return. Number 6, la'alla, maybe, hopefully, perhaps. La'alla imtihana sahlun, hopefully the examination will be easy.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So you see here now number 4, al-baytu jadidun. Al-baytu jadidun is mubtada and khabar. And then lakinna, however, lakinna al-athatha is the ism of lakinna, and qadimun is the khabar. Is that clear?
Yeah.
Right, Sister Batul Salman, are you there? Not there. Then Sister Farhana.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam. Are you back from Pakistan, Sister Farhana?
Yeah, last week.
Okay.
So I missed few classes.
Okay, Bismillah. Number 5 and 6.
Number 5 is later. If only I wish. Later shababa ghaidun. I wish youth would return. So in this one, al-shababa is the ism of later, and aidun is khabar of later.
Yeah.
Number 6, la'alla, maybe, hopefully, perhaps. لعل الامتحان سهل. Hopefully the examination will be easy. So in this one, al-imtihana is the ism of la'alla, and sahlun is the khabar of la'alla.
Excellent. Brilliant. Sister Sakina, can you come on the mic, please?
Alaikum.
Alaikum salam. Sentence analysis. Can you just go through this? Inna Allaha alimun.
Inna Allah alimun. Indeed, Allah is all-knowing. Inna is al-harfu mushabbahu bil-fi'li. Allah is the ismu inna, and alimun is the khabar of inna.
Correct. Notes?
Difference between inna and anna. Inna is generally used at the beginning of a sentence. Anna is generally used in the middle of a sentence.
When I start the Quran, I'll go through the details, inshallah, more detailed. But at the moment, this is sufficient. I'm not going to do this points. These are points. I'll do that later when we start the Quran itself. The next point I want to go through is af'al naqisa. So the ones which you promised yourself, I'll go through, which is on this page here now. So I want you to start off, and then I'll bring Sister Zamina. Go ahead, Bismillah. Let me make it bigger for you. The af'al naqisa. So any questions from anyone in regards to the sisters of Inna?
Just one small question, Sheikh. Lakin and lakinna, they're both the same as well?
Lakin and lakinna, same thing.
Same thing. There's no difference in the meaning or anything.
Lakinna and ka'anna. Lakinna
and lakin.
No, lakin means but. Lakinna is there's a slight difference itself. So that is a good point you showed. Okay, asked. So this is with a shadda. Lakinna. So this changes the i'rab to the ism mansub and the khabar marfu. But lakinna itself, that doesn't call the same action as lakinna.
Okay. So lakin would not change anything in a sentence.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Now continue, Sister Sakina, Bismillah.
Explain to me exactly what is file in Nakisha. Nakisha, I think, is incomplete, isn't it?
Yes. Al-af'al al-naqisa, they're called incomplete verbs. Why are they called incomplete verbs? Inshallah, we'll discuss now, inshallah. Bismillah.
Asad.
Sakina, Bismillah.
Al-af'alu al-naqisatu. Also called.
I've got a question. Now, al-af'al al-naqisatu. This is a question from book 2. Al-af'alu, it's a plural. Al-naqisatu is feminine. Why is it?
Because it's
a broken plural.
Okay, it's a broken plural. And what else?
Non-living.
Exactly. Yes. Af'alu is irrational noun, and always the irrational noun, whenever we bring the adjective for it, it will come in a singular.
Feminine.
Exactly. That's the reason. Al-af'alu an-naqisatu. An-naqisatu is the adjective for al-af'al, but it is coming in singular feminine. And if it was human Muslims or human beings, then the actual adjective will come in also in the plural format. Do you remember that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Go ahead.
Fi'lun naqisun is called naqisun, incomplete, defective, because even though it is a fi'l lazim, it needs 2 ma'muls. The sentence remains incomplete with 1 ma'mul.
What it means ma'mulain, it means that it requires 2 words or 2 components which it can act into. As you know, that Ghana itself, when Ghana comes, it requires the ism and the
khabar.
That's the reason why it means 2 ma'muls. It means that 2 things in which it can act upon. So even though now Ghana itself as a verb, it's treated as fi'l lazim. Normally, fi'l lazim, it only acts in the verb in the fa'il. Dhahaba zaydun. It doesn't require an object. But this af'al naqisa kana, it requires 2 ma'mul, meaning the ism and the khabar. And if it has only the ism, for example, if I said kana al-baytu, the bayt house was, it will be treated as an incomplete sentence. Is that clear, sisters? Sister Sakina, is that clear?
Yes, that's clear.
Go ahead. These af'al,
These af'al enter upon a mubtada and a khabar. Effect. They give raf'an to the mubtada, which is then known as ismu kana, and nasbun to the khabar, which is then known as khabru kana. Shall I go through the examples?
yes, please. I want you to go through 3 and then I'll bring someone else.
Number 1, kana means was. So kana al-baytu nadhifan. The house was clean. So al-baytu is the ismu kana, and nadhifan is a khabar of kana.
Yes.
Sara became. Sara rajulu ghaniyan. So ar-rajulu is the ismu of Sara, and ghaniyan is the khabar of Sara, and it means the man became wealthy. Number 3 is asbaha, happen in the morning or became. Asbaha Zaydun maridan. Zayd became ill in the morning. So Zaydun is the ismu of asbaha, and maridan is the khabar of asbaha.
Is this clear for you?
Yes.
So even in the hadith of Umar, when he said to Imam Ali alayhi salam, Eid Ghadir, Bakhin Bakhin Asbahta wa Amsayta. Asbahta, you have become this morning, Mawla Kulle Mu'minin wa Mu'minatin. So it gives you context now when you read ahadith as well. So Asbah means the morning time. And then we have Amsa, Adha, and Dalla. I'm going to ask Sister Zabu Nisa. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
4, 5, and 6.
Amsa, happening in the evening or became. Amsal amilu mut'aban. The worker became tired in the evening. So amilun is ismu amsa, and mut'aban is a khabar of amsa.
Correct.
Happened at mid-morning or became. Adhal ghamamu kashifan. The clouds became dense at mid-morning. So ghamamun is ismu adha, and kashifan is khabar adha.
Excellent.
Happened during the day or
Yes.
became.
Midday.
Ghallal mataruna nazilan. It rained the whole day. So mataru is ismu dhalla, and nazilan is khabar dhalla.
Excellent. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Now these ones are the ones which are the ones of the sisters of Kana itself. Sister Huma, can you come on the mic?
Yes, Sheikh.
Numbers 8, alaykum salam. 7, 8, 9, please.
Bata happened during the night because became. Bata Zaidun Naiman. Zaid passed the night sleeping. So Bata is the ism. Zaidun is the ism of Bata, and Naiman is the khabar of Bata.
Excellent.
So the ism has the marfu and the khabar has the mansub. 8, Madama, as long as. Ijlis Madama Zaidun Jalisan. Sit as long as Zaid is sitting. So here, Ajlis is the verb.
Ijlis is the verb.
Madama is the particle, and Zaidun is the ism of Madama, has marfu, and Jalisan is the khabar of Madama.
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 Correct. Correct. And always the word Madama, it comes together, Ma and Dama. So Dama is the past tense, and Ma is Ma is a particle which comes with it. So it always comes as a composition together.
But
And
this is the past tense.
yes, the past tense.
Mazala, always, continuously. Mazala Zaidun Marizan. Zaid was continuously sick. So here again, Mazala would be the particle. Zaidun is the ism of Zala, and Marizan is the khabar of Zala.
Excellent.
Ma Bareha, always, continuously. Ma Bareha Zaidun Saiman. Zaid was always fasting.
Now, excellent. Now, let me mention one point as well. Now, this Madama and Mazala, they come in all of the 14 forms of the past tense. So, Dama is on the pattern of Qala Yaqulu. I'm going to ask someone to conjugate that for me. Sister Sadiqa, Assalamu alaikum. Can you conjugate for me Dama? It's on the pattern of Dama Yadumu. Dama Yadumu Dawam, which means continuing. And it's on the pattern of Qala Yaqulu. So Madama can come Madumtu, Madamat, Madumna. All of the 14 forms, depending on different individuals who you're talking about, they can come in. And even Mazala, Maziltu Hayyan. He still remains alive.
Sheikh, this Mazala is the same as you did last week, La Yazalu?
Yes. Yes.
Exactly the same?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Ma Yazalu is the present tense and Mazala is the past tense. Sister Sadiqa, Assalamu alaikum rahmatullah. Can we conjugate from the Dama's past tense? Unmute yourself, Sister Sadiqa. So this is Sister Sadiqa Jafar.
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu rahmatullah, bismillah.
You said the past tense.
Yeah, it's originally Dawama. Dal, Waw, Mam. Dal, Waw, Mim is the original. The Waw is changed to an Alif, so it becomes Dama, as Qala. So the same pattern as Qala. So, Bismillah, let's see how far we can get. Dama.
Let me just think. Dama, Damu, Damat.
Excellent.
Damata.
Excellent.
Then they become Damna.
It becomes Dumna.
Dimna.
Yes.
Dimta.
Dal has a Dhamma. Dumta. Dum. Yeah, Dal has a Dhamma.
Damta.
Yep.
Damtunna.
Dumta, Dumtuma,
Damtuma.
Dumtuma.
Damtuma, Damtum.
Dumtum, correct.
Damti.
Dumti.
Damtunna.
Dumtuma.
Damtu.
Yep, Dumtu.
And Damna.
Dumna.
Dimna.
Dumna. That's like Qulla. Qulla and Dumna.
Sorry, what did you say, Mulana? Can you repeat that?
Like same as Qulla. Qulla and Dumna.
Kulna and Dimna.
Excellent. Thank you for that. Can you also do for me Zala?
Zala. Zala, 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 Zalu, Zalab,
Zala.
Zalat, Zalat, Zalata, Zalatna, Zalatta.
No.
Okay, let me go. I'll try. Zala, 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 Zalna, Zala.
So this one is slightly different. Now, this one from the sixth form, it becomes with a kasra.
Because Zilla.
Excellent. I'm just sending across in the group as well, so that you have this. Zala, yazalo becomes zilna.
Zilla. Zilla.
No, zilta.
Zilta. Maulana, I'm finding it this difficult.
That's fine. I've sent it across to you in the group, WhatsApp group. If you look at your phone, you can use it with the phone and help yourself. So, Anna zilna, anta zilta.
Antuma ziltuma, antum ziltum. Anti zilti, antuma ziltuma, antunna ziltumna. Ana ziltuna, hanu ziltuna.
Got it now, sister?
Ziltuma. Let me start again.
Yep, start again.
Zilla, Zilla,
No, so Zala. It starts with Zala. Zala, Zala, Zalu.
Zala, Zalu, Zalat,
Zalat.
Zalta,
Zalat.
Zalata. Zalata.
Zalna,
Zilna.
Zilna, Zilta, then Ziltuma,
Correct.
Ziltum, Zilti, Ziltuma, Ziltunna,
Correct.
Zilta, and Zilna.
Excellent. Excellent. So the reason why I've done this, you probably heard of Ma dumtu usallamu alayka ma dumtu hayya.
Yeah.
Have you heard of this?
Yeah, isn't it?
Sorry?
Prophet Isa said that, "Ma dumtu hayyan." Isn't it?
Exactly. Exactly. So ma dumtu hayya, until I remain alive. Ahsanti, Sister Zuhra. Now, the present tense is yazalu. So I'm going to give that to I'll give this to Sister Zahra or Sister Sukaina, either of you.
I can do it. That's okay.
Go ahead. Bismillah.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Yazalu, yazalani, yazaluna, tazalu, tazalani, yazilna, tazalu, tazalani, tazaluna, tazalina, tazalani, tazilna, azalu, nazalu.
Zalu nazalu. I've just sent this across in the group as well. So you have the 14 forms that you don't, so when you are conjugating them, you are a bit more familiar with them. And the sister, one thing you need to correct, Yazal, Yazal, the sixth form is not Yazilna, Yazalna.
Oh, there's a fatha on the za?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, that's the only thing, correction, but apart from that, it was correct. Can I request Dr. Mustafa? Ya Doctor. Dr. Rahim? Dr. Rahim, are you there? Dr. Rahim, can you unmute yourself? Dr. Mustafa Rahim, can you kindly unmute yourself? I think he's having problems. Then can I request, who's there? Is there Sukaina Khalfan? Okay. Okay, doctor, go ahead. Number 10, doctor. Ma
Number
Yes.
Number 10 is ma Baraha. Ma
Yes.
baraha means always continuously. Ma baraha Zaidun Sha'iman. Zaid was always fasting. And then the next one is Ma Fata.
Ma
Ma
Fatiha.
Fatia, always continuously. Ma Fatia Zaidun Tasfitan. Zaid was always active. Tasfitan means active. And then the next one is Ma Anfaka, always continuously. Ma Anfaka Tajirun Shadikan, the trader was always truthful.
Excellent.
The last one is
Sorry, just a second.
missed it.
Yep, I missed it. I went too fast. Laysa.
I think Ma Anfaka in the Laysa, no, not. Laysa Hadimu Qawiyan. The seventh is not strong.
ليس الخادم قويا.
Yes.
Servant is not strong. So these are the 13 or 12 sisters of Ghana. These most prominent ones is Ghana, Sara, Asbaha, Amsa, Adha, Dhalla, Bata, Madama, and Mazala. The remaining ones, Laysa is used, but these ones here, Ma Bariha, Ma Fatiha, Manfaka, that's rarely used. They're rarely used. But these are the ones now that you can, from the book, is page number 25. Yeah, that is 25. Now I'm going to ask Sister Mukarram Awaji, kindly go for the sentence analysis, please.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. كان البيت نظيفا. The house was clean. كان فعل ناقص بيت اسم كان نظيف خبر كان.
Excellent. So this is, now these notes, I'm going to let you leave this to yourself to read. I'm not going to go through them because you will forget them. So when we start the Quran and practicing from the Quran, it will be better doing it that way. Now, only point I want to go through is point number 6. So in this book, when we did Laysa, there was a ruling which we followed in this book, the khabar of Laysa. If you read this point, this is quite important. 6 and 7.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. The khabar of Laysa is sometimes prefixed with Aba. Alaysa Allahu bi ahkamil hakimin? Is Allah not the greatest of rulers or / best of judges?
So here, Allah is the ism of Laysa, Ba is harf jar, Ahkami. Now Ahkami is a dipto noun. It's a af'al tafdhil noun. It's a superlative noun. And when normally harf jar comes before a noun, the noun is in the state of yes. So that's the reason why Ahkami is getting a kasra. Al-Hakimin is mudaf ilay. And originally it was Hakimuna. And as you know, always the mudaf ilay is in the state of majroor. As this is sound masculine plural in the state of jar, it's ya. Yeah, ya, and before the ya gets a kasra, the sumeem, it was Hakimuna. From Hakimuna, it has become Hakimina.
Okay.
So this, all of this, bi ahkam al-hakimin, is the khabar of Laysa. Correct. And number 7.
If the khabar is jarun or majrur, then the khabar will appear first and the mubtada second. كان في السماء سحاب. كان فعل ناقص في السماء خبر كان مقدم. سحاب اسم كان مؤخر.
Excellent. I'm going to ask the answer for this question from Sister Sukaina Khalfan. Sister Sukaina.
Yes.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
How are you?
Good, good. Alhamdulillah.
Are you enjoying the roast heat in America as well, or is it not roasting there?
It's very hot. Yes, it's very hot. But we have ACs, so it's fine. Alhamdulillah.
Yeah, we're not used to ACs in UK that
Yeah,
often.
we have to have ACs here, so alhamdulillah, it's okay.
Bismillah. Now, why is sahabun the delayed subject? Why can't it be kana sahabun fi samai? What was the reason? We spoke about the reason whenever the
It's not in a
subject.
definite. It's not in a definite. It doesn't have right?
Exactly.
So because this is not definite, that's why it's delayed.
Correct.
Mhm.
Correct. Now, yeah, that you've answered the question. That's fine. I'm going to do something else. Okay, that's fine. That's all of it. Let's do a few exercises. Can you do some of these exercises?
Okay. So Laysa, right? Laysa we did. Okay. Laysa al-amalu.
Amilu.
Oh, sorry. Laysa al-amilu nashitan. Is it?
Yes, nashitan. Amilu means worker.
What is nashitan?
Active.
Oh, I forgot about it. Okay, so it's going to be nashitan. So amalu is going to be ism of laysa, and it's going to be in the halat raf, and then nashitan is going to be the in mansub state because it's the khabar of laysa.
Correct.
Okay. Then kana. You want me to do the next one? Kana. Kana manami'u.
Kana manamuhu.
Manamuhu manaman sadiqan. So manaman sadiqan is the khabar and one khabar of kana, and manamuhu is this thing ism of kana.
Excellent. So here, kana manamuhu is the ism.
What does it mean?
So the word naum means sleep, and manamuhu means his dream.
Oh, okay. Okay, so his dream was truthful.
Exactly.
Manaman, a truthful dream.
Correct. Kana manamuhu manaman sadiqan.
And yeah. Then amsa, right?
Correct.
Amsal ghaniyu. Amsal ghaniyu fakiran.
Correct.
So what does amsa mean?
Amsa we did here earlier on.
Continuous, something continuous, right?
No, happen.
Yeah.
To become in the evening.
Happened in the evening or became.
Oh, so something became poor.
So the rich man in the evening
became poor.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
So this is the next one example. I'm going to ask who has not had a chance. Sister Shah, and then Sister Butul Manji. Sister Shabna, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Assalamu alaikum.
Can you do 1 and 2? Narrator and then Sabira will do the last two.
No. Atkafa ma damat fi al masjid.
This is really good. This is really good. I spoke about madama's past tense, and now I have the past tense for the first person. Nawaitu. Nawa yanwi. It comes from the word niya, intention. So nawaitu means I intended. Nawaitu is the past tense. And I'll send you the past tense conjugation for nawa. Nawa yanwi. So nawaitu, I intended the i'tiqaf. Ma dumtu. Until
in the masjid.
In the masjid.
Yeah, I intended to stay over in the masjid.
Until yes. So nawaitu, nawaitu is ism. Sorry, nawaitu is verb. Al-i'tikafa is the object. Ma dumtu, dumtu, ana is the actual ism of dumtu. Fil masjidi is the khabar of ma dumtu. Is that clear, Sister Butumanji?
Yes, sir.
Excellent. And next one. And
Please, can you translate one more time?
Nawaitu, I intended. Nawaitu al-i'tikafa. So I intended. So let me show you. I intended the i'tikaf as long as I am
In the masjid.
in the masjid. So I will send you across now the past tense of nawa yanwi, so that you have this as well.
So etikaf, the fa will take a fatha.
Al-i'tikafa, yes.
Could you please tell me the meaning of nashita in the first one?
Nashita means doctor.
Intention.
Means active, doctor. Active. Nashita means active.
Active.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Let me send you the nawaitu as well. So please, these new verbs, nawa, yanwi, please conjugate these verbs, because these verbs, the different patterns, you will be coming across in the Quran and different texts as well.
Maulana, send these sheets as well.
These sheets, you have, Sister Siddiqa, you have this book. I've sent this PDF book a couple of weeks ago.
Okay, okay. All right, thanks.
Okay. This way, I've sent you that, and Dumtu I have sent as well. Now, next one, Sister Butul Manji, can you do the last one, and then it brings Sister Sabira.
Sara al-Kabish.
No, Sara al-Kabshu. Al-Kabshu means ram.
Samaina.
Saminan.
Saminan.
Yeah, Samin.
Sir, without the Dhamma Fatha, it is not very easy to read.
No problem. We'll practice and get perfect. No an issue. Sara al-Kabshu, Saminan. So whenever there's a ya, always remember, whenever there's a ya, the previous letter is kasra.
Isra, yeah.
And if it's a waw, it should be a dhamma. And if it's an alif, it should be a fatha.
Yes.
So,
Sara al-Kabish.
Kabshu.
Samaina.
The ram became fat. Saminan means it became quite fat.
Sheikh Kapshu is what?
It means a ram.
Ram, okay.
Yes.
So al-Kamishu is the
a ram is butchered with a knife. Kama rubi hal kabshu. Kama rubi hal kabshu. Like a ram is slaughtered. And that's what Imam Raza alayhi Islam mentioned.
And Sara means?
Become. Past tense, become.
Become. Okay, become. And became. Okay.
It's not become, became. Became is past tense. Become is present tense. Became.
Okay.
Bismillah, Sister Sabira Kanji. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullah.
Walaikum salam. La yazala.
So, la yazala, yazalu. La yazalu.
La yazalu.
Tuba comes in the meaning of moist or wet.
Oh, min zikrullah.
So la yazalu means your tongue still remains once now away from reading books in Arabic language. So please believe in me, and you will see that even the Hausa students, what is this? Inshallah, once you start, it's exercise. So once you've done the theory, when you do the practical, the more practice we do, the better we become.
Okay. So where do I apply that hadith that when you take the path of Allah, it's easy? Huh? Why is it not applied here? What's the reason? No, seriously, I'm not. I really ask myself that question because it's so confusing. Like the way the sister finds, sometimes I get lost, knowing so many things, and then I wonder, it's not that easy. While he says it's easy, so where are we going wrong? Because if he's saying it's easy, the path to him, then then my teacher says, because you have to appreciate the struggles, otherwise you will not appreciate the language. Is that true?
That's true as well. Also, the other reason is that if everything is easy, then what is the test for? So there has to be some sort of struggle to be able to achieve the sweetness itself. So for me, sweet, if something is given like children, if you give all the things that children want, they don't appreciate it. Once you struggle for it and then you achieve your destiny, you appreciate it. Like even myself, I can remember when I was learning Arabic, especially in grammar, that was a roller coaster for me. I said, what is happening here? Different words are coming, but once I got into the rhythm of it, it's like algebra. Once you start knowing the actual formulas.
What helped you, Sheikh?
Practice. And I'll give you that practice. What I did myself, I am actually taking the same course, and from my experience, I've developed it. So believe in me, I'll get you to that level, which closer to myself. So just follow. I know it's good.
Inshallah.
Just don't give up, because giving up, it will be really. I'll be upset. Put it this way, because the hard.
You've already brought us so far. Like just last year, we were not even able to translate a sentence in Arabic, and now we are translating a hadith. Alhamdulillah. So it's really a lot of effort from you.
If the majority of the hard work has been done up to book 3, that is enough Arabic language you need to study. The only thing I need to work is Arabic grammar. And for example, if I bring a book onto the screen, let me show you a book, and you should be able to grasp things. Of course, I have to develop your vocab, but give me 1 second. Let me bring something onto the screen.
Sheikh, while you're bringing that, please. Yes, Bahu is the ink. What are we calling the ink?
Midado.
Midado.
Yeah, midado is normally translated as pen or ink. Both of them are fine.
Both? Okay.
My book somehow is not being downloaded. It's not downloading. I've tried so many times. It's not downloading.
I'll send you a new copy of it as well.
Yeah, please.
Same here, Maulana. I can't download
Mine is
it.
not. I can't open it. I can't.
I'll send out.
Maulana, can we buy it online? Buy this book online.
Just print it out, because this is a book which is being sent by Al-Madin, and it's not printed in the UK, so it's not available.
Okay,
Sir,
so we can
I
just
would like
print it out.
Sir, I would like it on my email, please.
Okay. Email your email address, Batul Manji.
Jazakallah. Okay, I'll send. Yeah, Jazakallah.
Is it the book that you're referring to? Is it Essentials of Quranic Arabic? Is that the book?
This is the Tafsir al-Nahu.
Okay, so I've been looking at the wrong book.
No, both books are good. All books have something in there.
Yeah, I was able to open it in my the link that you sent. I was able to open it.
So okay, good thing to start off with.
Was it in June that you sent the book? Because
I'll send it to you again, sister. Don't worry about it. And I love to gather, inshallah, maybe for Eid Ghadir is too difficult, Eid Mubarak is difficult, but maybe for for Milad.
The Zahra.
Eid al-Zahra.
I can read this. Imam Ali wa Bughzatu.
Yes, that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. I will end up with a few things. Now, as you're reading it, says Zuhra Verji, I want you to read this. Hubbu.
Hubbu aliyun ya'kulu dhunuba kama ta'kulu nar al-hatab.
Okay, let's so Hubbu aliyin. So what type of sentence is this? Hubbu aliyin. Mudhaf?
Mudhaf ilay.
Mudhaf ilay.
The love of Ali.
Akala ya'kulu. What does that mean?
Eats.
What eats? Hubbu ali.
Hubbu Ali eats the sins.
Al-dhunuba. What is it? Al-dhunuba.
Sins, right?
Sins.
That's the object.
Exactly. So Hubbu aliyin ya'kulu al-dhunuba. It eats the sins.
Like Ta'kulu.
Yep.
Na.
An-naru. So what is it? An-naru. If a noun comes,
Hell, like it eats, like
Fire.
hell
Fire
eats
eats
fire.
dry wood.
Yeah,
Firewood.
the fire eats
dry
wood,
wood.
means the wood.
Hatab.
Hatab.
Hatab means the wood itself or the fuel. So حب علي يأكل الذنوب كما تأكل النار الحطب.
Like the fire eats the wood.
Exactly. So this is your effort yourself. Next one, sister. Who has not had a chance? Who wants to come next to read? Sister Thabia, you were the one who mentioned this. Bismillah, come on the mic. And then Sister Sukaina.
Okay. Which one am I reading?
Unwan. Unwan means the title.
Unwanu Sahifatil Mu'min Hubbu Ali.
Ali ibn Abi Talib.
Ali ibn Abi Talib.
Talib, okay. Hubbu Ali ibn Abi Talib.
So Unwan means the title of Sahifa means a scripture or mean manual or record. The record of each believer, yeah. So the
title of Ali ibn
Mu'min.
of a believer.
The scripture of a believer.
Yep, scripture of a believer, correct?
Hubbu Ali ibn Abi Talib.
The love of Ali.
Ali ibn Abi Talib.
The love of Imam Ali alayhi salam. So each title or the actual reference of each person's scripture, meaning A'mal Lama, is the love of Imam Ali alayhi salam.
Okay.
And the next one, sister, who's going to read next? I said, Sister Sukaina. As I said, you actually asked for this.
I asked for this. Okay. ما ثبت الله حب علي في قلب مؤمنين.
ما ثبت. ثبت يثبت means to reinstate, to reaffirm. It's got a shadda there. ما ثبت الله.
Oh, I see. Okay. ما ثبت الله. So to reinstate. So Allah is the doer here. Right? And ما ثبت would be
to make firm.
No, I'm just trying to see what's the connection here. So this is the what do you call it? The verb.
Yep.
Okay, so that's the verb. That's the doer. Hubbullah. Hubbu aliyin. So why is hubbu aliyin in?
So what is Allah is ma thabbata. Allah is reinstating or instating or making firm that what is he making firm?
The love of Ali in the heart of a mu'min.
Correct.
But
And
ma
then-
will not it be negation?
I'll do that in a second. I'll just show you that. I'll do that in a. That's a very. I'm going to show you that. What if it's ma coming in the positive or the negative meaning? I'm just going to show you this now.
But I remember you said that if it's ma is before a verb, which it is, then it's negation 90% of the time, except for when in astonishing. When I think in this it could be an astonishment. What a reinforcement from God. The love. That's what he's trying to say, right?
Yes. So Allah does not make firm or stable. Allah does not make the love of Imam Ali alayhi salam stable or firm in fi qalbi mu'minin, in a heart of a believer.
Oh, I was supposed to read that?
Yes, continue.
Sorry. Fazzalat bihi kadmun. I don't know what fazzalat means. Bihi kadmun.
Fazilat.
Fazallat. It's not fazillat, fazallat.
It's fazallat bihi kadmun illa sabatallahu kadaman. So it's in plural, right?
This is beautiful. Now it says ma thabba. Now it says Batul Maji, may Allah reward you. Really, you remember that ma thabbata is past tense, and whenever ma comes before the past tense, it comes in the meaning of not. That's correct. So ma thabbata, Allah does not affirm the love of a believer or the love of Ali fi qalbi mu'minin, heart of a believer. And then, fa here comes in meaning, and then. Fa means, and then, fazallat bihi qadaman, and then he slips. Meaning that if the love of Imam Ali alayhi salam has been made firm in the heart of a believer, that believer will not go astray.
Yes.
bihi qadamun. فَزَلَّتْ bihi qadamun means that his qadamun is feet. His a feet.
He will not sleep.
Yeah, his feet become
Firm.
no,
Firm footing.
slipped
Oh.
or got pregnant.
Okay.
Except ثبت الله قد, except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will make his feet firm. So what he's trying to say, فَزَلَّتْ بِهِ قَدَمٌ, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when he مَا ثَبَّتَ اللَّهُ حُبَّ عَلِيٍّ, Allah does not make the love of Imam Ali firm in the heart of a believer, and then he goes astray. Bihi qadamun, it's a phrase meaning that he goes astray. This is except illa thabbat Allah. Only thing what happens is that Allah will make his feet. Allah thabbat Allahu qadaman. Allah will make his feet more firm. Which day? Yawmal
Qiyamah.
Yes. What would be going on the day of judgment?
Towards the Sirat.
Ala sirat, sister Sukaina?
Sorry?
Ala sirati.
On the straight path, upon the straight path. Like
Yeah,
the straight, yeah. On the day of Qiyamah, he'll be on the straight path.
Exactly.
That's what he's saying.
Yes.
Yeah. But my question to you is, so now I'm confused because I wrote down that ma before a verb generally stands for negation, correct?
Mm-hmm.
But in this case, is it a negation because of the context in which it's been used, or it is a negation?
Negation. It is a negation.
Okay.
One thing we
right.
learned in Ilmul Quran, I think Sister Sukaina was there too, that if it is preceded by illa, if ma is preceded by illa, it's always negation. That's what they taught us, Sheikh. Is that correct?
Illa means except.
Except, yeah, illa means except. So illa is no. This is
Condition.
Like if ma is followed by illa in the sentence, then it's always a negation. Ma is always a negation in that case.
Yes, but this illa here, sister, the new sentence. This illa is related to fazallat. It's not related to Allah.
So we don't analyze the whole sentence. We just look at part of it.
Yeah, so this here, ما ثبت الله حب علي في قلب مؤمن. This is one sentence. فَزَلَّتْ بِهِ قَدَمٌ. This is the next sentence now.
Okay.
So this ma has no relationship with illa here.
Okay, because that's a kind of indication they gave us to understand if ma is a question or ma is a negation or.
Yeah, you could use as in some context. Yes, you can use the illa as a means of understanding what context is coming in.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, you're right to that. So when illa and ma sometimes come together as well, that is correct. That is correct.
Mm-hmm.
So فَزَلَّتْ بِهِ قَدَمْ إِلَّا ثَبَّتَ اللَّهُ. Okay, finally, last student, and then we'll end the class. It's who was the next student who didn't get a chance to read? Who was the next student? I can't remember. Who wants to come next to us? I'm not had a chance. Says Shablam. Says Shablam Walji. Okay, Zuhra Virji, you missed a few classes. Last one.
عنه صلى الله عليه وسلم لعلي لا يحبك إلا مؤمن ولا يبغضك إلا منافق.
Okay, translates.
From him, that is the Holy Prophet, لعلي, for Imam Ali alayhi salam, لا يحبك لا يحبك إلا مؤمن. لا يحبك, he will not love you except a believer.
Only so when two illas, when two negations come, that means a positive. So two negation, la means negation, illa means except as well. So when this happens, it means only a believer loves you.
Only a believer loves you, and only a hypocrite has books against you.
Yes, وَلَا يُبْغِضُكَ إِلَّا مُنْ. Only a hypocrite will detest you.
Detest you, okay.
So la yuhibbuka illa mu'min. Now yuhibbuka, what type of verb is this? What's the past tense and the present tense?
Past tense is habba.
No, ahab. Remember? Thank you. What is it?
أحب
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 أحب يحب
يحب
and يبغض past tense
بغض
أبغض
أبغض.
أبغض Okay, أبغض
So remember, whenever the ya in a present tense verb has a dhamma and the one letter before the last letter has a kasra, that's a 4-letter verb.
Oh, okay.
أبغض يبغض أبغض لا يحبك لا يبغضك إلا منافق. Right.
Sheikh, in the dama madama word, you said dama yadamu, but it says it doesn't come with the present tense.
يدوم
In the present tense.
Dama, so dama will come. Let me send it across to you. Did I not send it across to you?
I haven't checked.
Okay, let me send that across to you. So dama can come on the pattern as I sent to you. As I said, qala yaqulu on the pattern of qala, dama yadumu.
So it can be used in the present form.
Yes.
But in the text that was on the book just now, before this ahadith page, if you can open that page, it says that it cannot be used in the present tense.
Let me double check it. I'll check it and I'll send it to you again in the group.
Okay.
So the verb itself, dama yadumu, is used. The verb dama yadumu, it's used by itself, but when it comes with ma dama, that's correct, is used in the past, and that is correct.
Okay. So
Yeah.
when with ma, it cannot be used in the present.
Exactly. So ma dama, it comes as a past tense, but the verb dama yadumu, the verb itself comes in the past and present tense as a normal verb itself. That's correct.
So what is the meaning of dama?
Dama yadumu, continue.
Continue. Okay.
Yeah. It comes from the word dawam.
Okay.
Okay, let's end the class here, and inshallah we'll continue next lesson. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajil farajam. Any question from anyone?
Please, sir, send us the chart that you were doing with us this morning.
I'll send you the chart. I'll send you that. Send the book and the chart. Any question from anyone?
We're not going to have any classes in Muharram, right, Sheikh?
Not this year. No, I'm probably going to give you a break as well because this is the first time after the pandemic. So I'll probably give you probably about 3 weeks break for
weeks
because everyone needs a break.
You want 3 weeks?
2 weeks for Muharram, 1 week extra.
No, right.
Please
Because
send us
we'll all
the
be,
shield now.
we'll all be busy.
Please
Send
the recording of today's session.
maybe 12
Thank
days,
you.
not more.
So Sheikh, next class will be the last before Muharram.
Before Muharram, yes.
Sheikh, you're not holding any classes like last year you did the Ziyarat Ashura?
Let me see, because it's because of the programs in-house. So I'm going to see if I could. I will try to finish off what I didn't finish off last year, so that it's complete itself. So give me, inshallah, let me see my schedule, and inshallah I will let you know, inshallah.
Okay, inshallah.
And please, sir, send us the shield now.
The
link.
The link, yeah, I'll send you the link as well.
Thank you. Jazak.